Louisiana Mead reviews. This is Cuban Mojito Crisis, a Mojito-Inspired session mead. Carbonated lime, mint, and mead. They use lime, mint, and mead from Superstition Session Meadery in Arizona. Founded in 2012. This is the last of the crash series. You see the cans got knocked over in a local store, crashed onto the ground, didn't bust open, but yeah, so, oops, don't have the glass. I thought I had it with me. $6.99 for a can, but I got it for 99 cents. So, B. Guevara, aka crossed out. You know, it's supposed to like kind of making fun of the Cuban Missile Crisis, and they got the spy plane and the missile sites. You know, it's Argentinian, last known location, Cuba. Guevara. More like a mosquito than a bee. Okay, 6% alcohol. I wouldn't call that session mead. Now, they were saying mead is made from honey. Well, we know that. I've never had it in my life. I never tried mead in my life, okay? Never before. And they said that it can be dry, medium dry, sweet, can be low alcohol, 3.5%, 4%, can be up to 20%. So it's kind of like beer, all different types. So this is what the company makes. Mead. And I think they make some RTDs, ready to drink, other things, something. I didn't pay much attention to that, but they don't make beer. So husband and wife team. Oh, this can is going to be tough. I don't want to cut my finger on it. Let's see, I can push it in with this. There. These aluminum cans can be sharp, you know, like a knife. Well, let me push it a little bit more. Alright, that should work. It's the only thing with the crash, you know, you have that trouble. So it's clear. Clear and yellowish, like not a beer, like a Chardonnay wine. Of course, this has the carbonation. That would not have that. Yeah, sparkling. All right, so wish me luck. Just kidding, but I've never had mead, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it, hate it, be indifferent to it. But I doubt I'll be indifferent to it. So mojito, lime, and the mint. Yeah, mint. I don't know much about. Yeah, that's kind of obvious, right? I don't know much about cocktails or highballs. Yeah, it smells like lime. Honey, no. Mint, yeah. I don't know some of the symbols. I can't figure out some of the symbols on here, but whatever. Okay, let's go with the taste. Cheers. And this is the first video review for this product in the world. There's a video for it as part of a series from the company. You know, they got their own YouTube channel. Okay. Mint and lime, background light honey, a lot of tap water. So this is fermented, not distilled, okay? So they're not taking, you know, honey and distilling it and making a liquor. There might be something like that. I think there is. There's a little bit of a honey taste. The body's light, medium, low medium. I thought it would be a heavier body. Like they said on the website, honey is pure sugar. Fermented. You can make beer out of sugar. That's allowed. It is called a malt substitute. If you look at the Tax and Trade Bureau website, beer must be made from barley malt and or a substitute such as, and they said, where they say such as or including, not limited to, but such as beets, sugar, and they go on to other kind of things that you never would think you could make beer from. It does not say it is required to have hops added. Whereas a malt beverage, which is specifically, right, malt based, and probably usually jacked up with a lot of corn syrup or rice, but that must contain hops. If you read the definition of malt beverage, it's a requirement. It has to contain hops and not a trace amount either. So I don't know if mead is a type of beer, malt substitute beer. I mean, you know what I mean? It's sort of like that. But anyway, I saw them stand in front of oak barrels. This is a dry mead. The sweetness is low. The bitterness is non-existent. The finish is pretty crisp. This would be a craft mead, right? Do they have macro meads? Maybe in England. Mass-produced meads. Certainly not in the USA. I see the Viking stuff all the time, Viking's blood, but I'll say, oh, well, for $20 a bottle, I'm not going to find out how good mead is. But maybe it's great. And I see two different types in that. So, yeah, it's okay. Definitely not my kind of thing. It's not off-putting or gross, but it's just not too exciting and too attractive to me. But I'm glad I didn't pay $6.99. I wouldn't have paid it, but for 99 cents, yeah, it's a great value, obviously. Prickly carbonation. But yeah, it tastes kind of like those seltzers, which are sugar-based. Sugar cane, not honey, but sugar. And I find they're kind of drab. They don't really do much for me. And I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's a personal thing. You can't say the product's bad just because you don't like it. That's true. You shouldn't say that. Do I think this is a bad product? No, I don't. I don't really know. I have no reference point of what mead should be like. And session, I can see it's so light-bodied. If you start drinking a bunch of this, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I'm going to be fair. Let's see the score. I'm going to go with 90 out of 100. A minus. Just getting into excellent because I think that's fair, and I hope I described it appropriately or adequately. Now some people might watch this and say, oh, that's not a true mead because it's spiked with lime and mint. It's a flavored mead, just like the flavored beers and so forth. Well, that you could be onto something there, but we know they got so many beers that have flavoring added, so I guess that's okay these days. Yeah, 90 out of 100, 9.0 out of 10. It's an excellent product, and you got to decide if you want to pay the price. It's up to you, But anyway, I think Mathern said 4-packs. But he breaks them up and sells them in singles, so But I mean, you can also buy the packs. But a lot of people just go in there and buy the singles just to sample. You know, and there's a whole shelf maybe as long as this, yeah, nearly as wide, half the width of this room maybe. It's long, and they got one after the other singles stacked up there, and they're too high, stacked too high because they'll fit on one on top of the other and all the way to the back. So your variety potential is practically unlimited the way they're doing it now, and I would never run out of options to sample over there. I might run out of money because of the price these days. I mean, you're paying $3.99 at the minimum, up to $6.99 and higher for singles. I mean, it can get really expensive. But they run specials on them sometimes, like they'll pick one and say $2.79 this week, you know, stuff like that. All right, so 9 out of 10. It has this little chalky thing going. I don't know about it, man, but I'm still gonna say 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna end this review by saying y'all go to Arizona and tour the Superstition Meadery, and there is a some kind of mead bar in New Orleans, or close to New Orleans, around here, maybe a mile, 2 miles outside the city limits, one of the suburbs up. There's probably a meadery in the city limits too. I don't know anything about it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.